This is Josh Friedman of We Are Change, filling in for Luke Radowski at Bilderberg 2024 in Madrid, Spain, where I am joined by Frederico Carvalho, coming from Portugal. Frederico, you're a journalist, a writer. You've followed Bilderberg for a long time. You've written a book about Bilderberg.
Yes.
Please just introduce yourself very briefly.
I'm a Portuguese journalist. I've been writing about Bilderberg since 2003, and I've written a book in 2016 about a full investigation about the Portuguese presence in the Bilderberg, especially Durão Barroso, which was the president of the European Commission, and now also the General Secretary of the United Nations, a former Portuguese Prime Minister, Mr. António Guterres. They are both Bilderberg products.
And coincidentally, Bilderberg last year was in Lisbon.
In Lisbon, where we met.
Now we are in Madrid for the 70th anniversary Bilderberg meeting. Yeah. What significance does that have to you? And maybe do you want to speak a little bit about who we just saw right here?
Yeah. The King of Spain, Philip VI, has just passed by here and is now in this building, gathering with all the elite, the world elite. His mother was also a regular presence in the Bilderberg meetings. She even says that it was there that she met Bill Clinton when Bill Clinton was still the governor of Arkansas.
Correct.
So that's Philip is just the host because he's not even in the official list. His mother used to be. So.
I just checked the participants list, which came out earlier today, and the King of Spain is not on it. As we know, quite often people who are not on the participants list make appearances. I wrote about that last year with then lead negotiator for Sweden's NATO membership bid, Oscar Stenström, being inside the meeting, and coincidentally, we've seen him here again. Maybe we'll get into that later, but I don't know if we're gonna have time for that in this broadcast. But we do have a very geopolitics heavy meeting, which comes as a bit of a surprise to me, having scoped out this venue. I stayed in the Eurostar Suites Mira Sierra on Tuesday night, checked out Wednesday right before the lockdown. This is not the most posh venue. It's not quite as Bilderbergian as you might expect.
Last year it was in the palace, the historical palace, surrounded also by security, but in an environment which is, like you said, Bilderbergian. This is quite regular hotel, quite anonymous also, but they are here. We were able to confirm they are here, and we were at this morning all day waiting to see at the airport. But they were good in deceiving us. We were not able to get as much people as we wish there in the airport.
The participants were quite discreet at the airport today, but nonetheless, going off the official list, we have two prime ministers here. One of whom, actually both of whom, you could say are very significant figures within NATO. One of them, a Bilderberg regular, Mark Rutte, the outgoing Prime Minister of the Netherlands, figures to potentially be possibly the next head of NATO. He's at the moment seemingly the leading candidate to replace Jens Stoltenberg, who is here as well and comes quite regularly. Any significance about the NATO ties to the meeting?
Also the presence for the second time in a row. Last year in Lisbon, we saw him. He waved to you.
He did?
Yeah, the former minister of Ukraine.
Dmytro Kuleba.
So he's back also in the list here. And although we have not seen him, but we suppose that he will be, or if he's not already there inside. And that is a real sign that the Ukrainian war is still to go on for a few, I would not say years or whatever, but we also saw walking by here, Alex Karp from Palantir, which is also the person responsible for supplying the artificial intelligence for the war in Ukraine. So I think
very outspoken about the situation in the Middle East, very outspoken in support of, if I may say that on this channel, Kaja Kallas, the Prime Minister of Estonia, not too far away from Russia and Ukraine, and a quite hawkish head of government within NATO. She's on the list.
Also the President of Finland, which just joined recently in NATO. So the border there with Sweden and Finland that are already pushing the say the borders of NATO up to Russia, and who knows what was happened here in Europe. Things are getting very hot, and it's just not because of the weather here in Spain that is getting very hot.
And circling back to that NATO topic, 2 years ago in Washington, D.C., I happened to be there on the outside. Because of Jens Stoltenberg's own tweet, we know that he met with then Finnish Prime Minister Sanna Marin when Finland was vying to join NATO and was trying to overcome some hurdles. And then last year, while there may not have been formal talks about Sweden's bid to join NATO, nonetheless, the head negotiator for Sweden, who's here again. What kind of role he's playing is very much up in the air. But Oscar,
maybe he's preparing the next meeting next year. Maybe it will be Sweden. We never know.
We don't know.
We didn't knew that was going to be Madrid. We got luck, and the information actually came out. The leaking came out from Sweden also.
Oscar Stenstrom was inside the venue last year. He's inside the venue again this year. I can confirm that because I saw him more than a day before the conference
you have the record
conference even began. But so this is a bit of an odd choice, one might say, for a venue. It's got 5 stars on the outside.
Well, it's enough for to have the people there gathering. They are not here to have fun, at least, or they have fun with ruling the world and at our expenses. So it's a business meeting, and the world is their business, and we are just a little assets in their hands. That's basically what this is. And unfortunately, the democracy is being captive by what is being plotted inside there.
And just to hammer home a little bit about what may be a focal point of the meeting, the key topics were released earlier today. They are the state of AI safety, changing faces of biology, climate, future of warfare, geopolitical landscape, Europe's economic challenges, U.S. economic challenges, U.S. political landscape, Ukraine and the world, Middle East, China, and Russia. So geopolitics and war, you might say, factor pretty heavily.
No, what worries me is this one, the one that says the future of warfare. Come on, that's war. That's war. That they're preparing. That the rest is the world, and the future of warfare. That means they don't say the future of peace in the world. They say the future of warfare. So.
Any last comments about Bilderberg 2024?
Well, we are going to keep here. This is just the first day. We still have 3 days ahead. So I think we'll be able to see more and listen to what is going around, and probably have the chance to confront someone, or at least to testify again that the presence is of them here, which is important to the world to believe. And that's why we travel the world, and to testify for you.
Obrigado. Gracias. Where can people buy your book or follow you?
That's you can search on the internet my name, Frederico Bilderberg, in Portugal, and that's they all show up.
And where can they follow you?
I can be followed on Twitter in the Frederico DC27. Josh has the hashtag also for me, and you will see easily how to get in touch with me also.
And please stay tuned to We Are Change, the We Are Change YouTube channel, wearechange.org, and lukeunfiltered.com. By the way, the past 2 Bilderbergs, I have done comprehensive video reports recapping the conference, on the ground reports, which are available to members at lukeunfiltered.com. So please sign up and support Luke and We Are Change, and you get access to on the ground reporting from Bilderberg. And thank you very much for tuning in. And we will see you hopefully again from this 70th anniversary Bilderberg here in Madrid, Spain. Thank you.